This is the cylinder template, and you'll need 1 to 2 blocks of clay. Begin pressing a slab. Remember, use the palm of your hand, stand up, press, 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 and then flip, press, 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 flip. Repeat that process until the clay is about cookie thin or pancake thin. See, it doesn't match up the template, so I'm going to need an additional piece of clay so that way it can be the size of the template. So in order to put these two pieces together, I'm going to press that connection point and then smooth it over with my finger on both sides. Then I'm going to line up the template and use my finger to trace it. And then I can put the template back. I'm going to use a cutting tool. Put your pointer finger on the top of the cutting tool and wrap the rest of your fingers underneath the cutting tool, and then begin to slice away the excess clay. Put those scraps to the side. You can use them for later. Remember, don't play with them too much or they'll dry out. Next, grab your base, and then I go ahead and put it in the cylinder shape. So I'll wrap it around, and then I'll take my finger and kind of trace out on the base where it will be connecting. So that way I know to score there later with my toothbrush when I'm ready to attach it. So then I'm going to wrap the two. You can see that I slightly overlap it. That's going to be where I connect it. So I'm going to grab a toothbrush, slip and score those connection points, overlap them slightly, and then begin to smooth that connection point. Notice my helping hand is inside the cylinder so that the cylinder doesn't collapse. And once I've smoothed the outside, then I'm going to flip it in on the end, my finger on the inside, and begin to smooth that connection point on the inside, being very gentle not to collapse or misshape the cylinder. It is a little tricky. Once I've got that cylinder, I'm going to go ahead and slip and score the bottom of the cylinder and that circle that I traced with my finger. I'm going to connect the two together, kind of press it in gently. Helping hand will hold the cylinder, and my smoothing hand is going to smooth that connection point. When everything's connected, if you want to leave it tall and skinny, then you're done. But if you want to fatten it out, make it kind of a little bit more rounded, take your helping hand and cup it, and then the hand on the inside of the cylinder is going to be pushing outwards towards your helping hand. So you push it out and then you rotate, and you keep doing this action all the way around. Notice that that bottom part came unglued, so I'm just going to kind of smush it back and smooth it out with my finger. So I'm going to continue this action of pushing out the walls, but having my helping hand sort of mold the outside, sort of be a C shape, so that the walls stay kind of rounded as I'm pushing outwards. Doing this does thin out your walls, so be aware of that. Your walls will get thinner in this process, but they'll also get more rounded. Remember to always have your helping hand cup the walls as you're pushing outwards. Now you'll notice that the elasticity of the clay will create a little bit of some cracks as you're pushing outwards. You can always smooth that with your finger or get a squeezed out damp paper towel and smooth it out with a paper towel. So once you've pushed out and the clay is rounded the way that you want it, then you're ready for your roof.